Say with smokes and plays.
See if they can pull through some magic here. Sociable. 6 shots on the Headhunter. Arc Rose available for Magnum. We'll have to trust that Sociable can get this shot in.
Boo's watching the door. Sociable gonna peek and missing a couple shots, and also someone from main. Sociable knows it just seems so unwinnable to walk into a crossfire, but maybe could use the smoke to his advantage to at least isolate the person in main. Magnum has his own adventure. The high-low deals with the one, not the other. Now 1 versus 3. Sociable tried to isolate, but could not get past the defenses of the post plane of Heretics.
The recon comes back online for REENS at the right time as well. So really this round ended in the opening trade over towards A. Both teams facing each other. Massive numbers, but it's Team Heretics that pulls on through, and then just too many players for BBL to be able to chew through. We've seen Magnum come through in some pretty large scenarios before, but only a classic in hand. 2 members in hell. He just doesn't have enough firepower to take them both out. So we'll see what we can get done on the Team Heretics anti-eco now. You can see some armors being brought up here. Very concerned. Woot already Vandal plus heavy armor. Doesn't want to take any risks.
This is a team that scales. We talked about MOBAs before we were getting into our game. Now this is a team where more rounds they take early, the better they get. And with the double duelists on attack, thinking they're going to have a strong half. And they did so, just laying down the bodies of BBL as they were trying to just walk down A main.
See how defensively some players are playing here as well, waiting for the potential walk down from BBL. It's not going to be happening. However, crossfire setup just past short. Who waiting to punish any particular peak. Will be Sociable crossing the sight lines if that happens.
Benji's going to be lurking around, but BBL don't have someone in market, just the solo duelist holding B. And that means just an open lane for Benji to just wrap around through the defensive side. And BBL are just not going to know this. They've left some gaps.
This is huge. And if he makes his way through down towards the glass side, he's going to see some members, but he's in heaven instead. He may still have a good opportunity. There we go.
Oh. Can now make the call for his teammates. And now it's got the attention of BBL, who have to scramble in the corner. They stack together.
30 seconds left.
And close the door, metaphorically, physically, as Heretics really struggling through this despite having the better weaponry. Now MİNİBOO has to swap, tries to fire back quickly and reunites with REENS as LEWN hasn't had a fiery start yet. Now in the second round, we'll have to pull off a 1 versus 3 with the Sheriff, but this is pretty much over. Heretics found the gap and exploited it.
Recollected the Vandal being purchased by Woot as well, full armor, but just couldn't quite survive facing the 2 players through that door. They'll be able to get it done regardless. BENJYFİSHY, the very long flank all the way through mid. Found the compromised part of the map, made his way over towards Garden. Found a freebie onto Magnum, calls for the push. Now, let's see what this gun round does. And of course, yeah, I mean, a couple players blinded in that corner, but when you're that far close, the near sight isn't going to really affect them at all. 5 rifles, 1 light armor on LEWN. And a big push-up as well so far.
I was trying to remember which one of the boos had an ace, but the pop-off potential, the ceiling of Heretics has been crazy this tournament. Cannot underestimate them, and Benji's got full eyes to see, can he exploit this gap yet again? And LEWN's already adjusted.
Tucked away is also going to be MİNİBOO over towards Wine, but Woot's got the shot into LEWN. That's going to leave mid exposed. What does Sociable want to do about this scenario? Has the capability to rendezvous back, so he might just peek for it and pray he doesn't get timing by BENJYFİSHY, who's ready for it. And Benji is not going to get the shot, though. Still the punish comes through from Woot.
Sociable taking a big risk and does get traded, though, so Heretics move on forward. Paranoia from the defense tries to limit and delay the recon at the back. And it's the Thorns that delay, but does not stop Heretics from making their way and setting up camp. And PROFEK's down low. He has to do what he can. It's all up to him with the cape on his back. And leaves REENS in shambles to try and recover the spike. Now coming out of the smoke, and BBL pinch him. And the first rifle round goes to BBL.
Can't check both angles at the same time. BBL take it through. A couple of players alive here. Some economy damage will have been done. MİNİBOO with a 4 and 2 KD found himself a nice early dimensional drift as we come into number 4. take a look at a couple of these moments here. Of course, WOOT had the big punish onto LEWN early on. But this play from PROFEK just stoic in that back line, hiding behind the box, slowing things down. A double kill into the smoke. Now into Heretics, grouping up 4B. Differential drift straight away.
Straight away, because BBL have looked really thin on the left side of the map, and I've tried to adjust now at the very back of the site. Will be MİNİBOO exposing himself, but Magnum backs up his teammate, and WOOT carves his way through, updrafts in. The Vice Wall can't stop him, and Heretics put down the defenses of BBL.
Yeah, when MİNİBOO isn't going to make it happen, WOOT with the follow-up is good for it. Saw it in the previous round, and now he'll deliver once more. PROFEK, so good in the defense on A, but is he going to have to take down 3? He at least has full util. Paranoia going to be important here.
It's going to be revealing which staircase he goes down by taking out this trip.
So they're both tripped as well. That's the problem. Minimum, he'll be able to get exits. No matter what happens here, this is going to land in kills. Unless he decides to leave. Fair enough. Does get spotted. Don't think Heretics will chase that one. So, yeah, PROFEK will keep his gun alive. If he wanted to play for some damage, Heretics would have happily have, well, maybe not happily have ran to, but they would have had to have.
And WOOT himself has had standout performances. Like, I think about his KO when I'm eating breakfast, especially on that icebox. He went nuclear that game. And now has to flex to the secondary duelist or primary with 6 and 2, looking like a primary, and he'll have knives too. BBL not gonna have a good buy going into this, but at least having a Vandal, it's not impossible.
A lot of fans have been wanting to see if WOOT was going to be willing to go back over towards the duelist. And so far is delivering for the team. So a hero rifle onto PROFEK that was saved over from the previous round. We'll wait to see if the pop-up from LEWN happens again, a player to watch out for. So far, a little bit quiet so far on ASCENT. MİNİBOO ready to punish, though, the lack of armor.
Heretics just making so much noise. The come at me, bro strat, and the your clone flash. Good dash to get out of harm's way, but now trapped and still. RİENS at long range will give WOOT an edge. BBL underestimating the challenge that was ahead of them.
It's not over yet. MİNİBOO senses danger around the side in catwalk. Sociable up first. Backed up by JAMPPİ. But just the pistols. Magnum at least recovers a rifle here to play through. Is this going to get a little bit antsy? Yeah, JAMPPİ checks with his body and now might just die for it. Sociable, though, he's still tucked in here. He's got the timing. He needs to hit the shots, and he's just not connecting. He had 3 heads in front of him and 0 taken off.
Too many targets in his way. Now Heretics will be evacuating everyone from the B site and continue the streak as Magnum would hope to force some repurchases and does so onto WOOT, but knives will be next round anyway. Dota's going crazy next to us, by the way.
That was Heretics right there.
Oh, was it?
Yep. Like,
Dota was earlier going crazy. They're still chanting away.
Maybe that was Dota, never mind. They had enough of the Valorant players popping off. Someone must have stolen Roche. I'm assuming that's what happened. Anyway, 4 and 1 coming through. Finally, another gun round on board for BBL. Bit of a slow start here. Not getting a lot done. Especially on the LEWN side as well. But he's got a gun in his hand now. You need to put this guy into position for success. In mid once again, Sociable. He's whiffed a couple of shots already. Needs to start to find his confidence again.
Sentinel util and mostly a solo hold from PROFEK, and he's already unleashed that paranoia and just hide away. He doesn't like to sit in heaven, but more around hell, and he's just been amazing at playing around the boxes and taking down everybody with them. But as I hype that up, WOOT gets lucky, opens up the site.
So this transfer happens, wait for the late flank coming in, but JAMPPİ still here.
Oh, bit of a dance, and this round is officially cooked for Heretics with the spike down, and wait a minute, unless Boo catches Sociable off guard. And now you got WOOT with eyes as well. This is doable to at least get the spike, at least with the smoke that Boo just placed.
Okay, now it's a 2 versus 2. Now things get really tricky. Steel Garden was good a little bit earlier on. It's time for LEWN to shine. He's got players coming in towards him. He's in position to get this done. Flash is available.
Flash.
And is he going to do this?
He's a rifle. 1 and 2! And back to LEWN's side. Alive and well. BBL take their second.
Finally, there it is. Steel Garden invested into that one. BBL had the numbers advantage. Heretics started to whittle them down. And the LEWN hides away and Pizza pops out for the two-piece.
Almost a 2 versus 4 conversion, though. That's close.
And that's the problem. That doesn't feel good for BBL. Especially that kill into JAMPPİ through the smoke. Really unfortunate. Have to applaud the patience shown by SOCİABLEE this round, last round as well. Hiding in mid for quite some time, waiting for his moment to shine, and we'll finally find it.
That was only possible because of Boo. What an amazing job he's done, and the reads through the smoke, and SOCİABLEE made some contact. Boo, the plot armor remains, and the Hunter's Fury hoses down Heretics. And with the Steel Garden from Magnum, kind of keeps Heretics.
That was from the previous
Oh, okay, I thought I heard something. Heretics, though, they'll just chill out.
You know, Hunter's Fury has been played in. So just slow things down here. SOCİABLE shut down a little bit earlier on. I wonder if that cam sees anything useful. Because there's a couple of players tucked away now under cover of the smoke. And Magnum pops out. Beautiful kill. WOOT, though, does he know there's a secondary player? That's the question right now. And JAMPPİ collects his head. And he wants MİNİBOO as well. Won't get it. 2 to 3 now.
Good trades. And PROFEK will be on his way. And doesn't stick it. Didn't. Oh, they well read the fake.
30 seconds left.
Because Boo teleported to the other side. So now it's just a game of cat and mouse.
MİNİBOO's on a big flank. Coming through short of RİENS. PROFEK has a lot to do here. First up is going to be RİENS.
Oh, just couldn't steady that final shot against RİENS, who's at 5 HP. And this will be a plant in the last 12 seconds. And LEWN, the flank would have been great if more time could have been bought.
How much does he want this? He's got 1 flash, 1 kill to get in Dimensional Drift as well. He's going to burn that. Check. Would be a legendary 1v3 if he can get it, but I think... Oh, he wants it. Here we go.
Yeah, knowing RİENS is injured and 48 HP, Boo will be below him now, and hearing those steps, he could just spam through, but they can just hide away and play for time. It's LEWN that's going to have to drop right in front of this Omen, and there it is for Boo.
Too many angles to catch. RÍENS would have swung anyway. Had the kill into Boo happened. Of course, for LEWN, he needs the first to be able to even think about ulting, but I think 1 versus 3 with so many members so far away and too much to check with minimal time available. Timeout now for BBL as they trail by 3 rounds. It's massive momentum for Team Heretics. Not amazing money on the side of BBL either. Tour de Force shut down the previous round. Steel Garden used the one before that. To be fair, they did end up winning it, but not without taking probably more casualties than they wanted to. Just leaves their economy in shambles.
Not trailing behind by too much, though. But yeah, the economy comes into play when Heretics, they were super win streaky yesterday. But it's not been an easy wipe. It's not been Heretics getting these 3 or 4 Ks and just dominating. BBL are showing a lot of force.
I end up seeing the Jet come through for LEWN next map on Haven. Obviously saw a lot to get through on ASCENT so far, but outside of that 1 versus 2 in Pizza, it's been a tough one. Obviously, LEWN's been put in some tough positions as well. It's hard to be in a 1 versus 3 with minimal time and so many angles to clear. But for BBL in general, yeah, they've been dropping a few members and unable to win many of these duels. Really, I think the standard was set on that round 1. Both teams faced up against each other in A main, and Heretics just cleaned them up. See what happens is round 8. Magnum.
What?
There's the shot that he needs.
Just the one and done, the early peak. BBL had some surprises, like when the way they walked down just off the pistol. That was punished by Heretics, and now really conditioning Heretics to pay attention and skipping across. Benji lays them all down, and a neural theft. That'll seal the deal for Heretics.
Yeah, they wanted to get aggressive here. Tactical pause, talk about where they want to play on the map. Magnum opens up. And now Magnum is not going to win a 1v4 with only a pistol. But for Team Heretics, wanted to take no risks here. once more, just punish the aggression. BBL walk through straight into the firing line. BENJYFİSHY will get it done. And the number 6 round now for Team Heretics.
At least you got the neural theft out of the way from Benji, so dimensional drift will be important, as you said, next, and getting an outlaw for your troubles.
Here's that minimum play for exits here. You're not saving an outlaw, so time to just look for any kills you can. Damage a bit of the economy coming on through. WOOT surely has an angle. Yeah, he's got it. Magnum didn't even have time to drag the crosshair across. As the rain pours down, it's looking like a rainy day on ASCENT today for BBL's half so far. On the defense, we talked about double Senti versus double duelists, and the double duelists of Team Heretics is working out well. WOOT in particular on board right now with 11. First to double digits on his team and in the server.
Now an op buy from Sociable. I'm excited for this. This will give chance for BBL to get better control of mid, because Heretics have been able to wrap around at times through that, and BBL will now have a 2-2-1 sort of setup.
Wanting to see if there's a peak coming on through. BBL, of course, have been very willing to make these early peaks happen. Just going to float through on towards site. Only PROFEK home. And he's going to be falling off, and this is going to call for some big rotations. No one walking to the operator today.
Just getting that util out of the way early is always nice. You can hear those shots coming from the way back of the site.
Here we go. If we walk into mid, things are getting interesting. Unfortunately, Sociable's looking the wrong direction. He needs to be checking over towards Catwalk right now, and these Team Heretics players will be able to get some free movement unless the drone. That drone causes problems.
Sociable teleporting out and now needs to respect that space, but gives market over to Heretics. Yappy's going to watch over.
What a read by Heretics. Drone over the wall, and WOOT instantly activates. And yeah, Sociable don't want any of that business. JAMPPİ will be blinded.
Paranoia hits JAMPPİ. He needs to escape off to the corner. His vision is clear, but his body not so much. And Heretics wrap around through heaven. But BBL, Magnum surprises. The spike is recovered, and Heretics will escape and try to stabilize within the site, and taking care of PROFEK in hell will help things out a lot, but the door has been crushed, and now you have the op in heaven, but with the smoke in place, and Sociable has to readjust, and Magnum can't survive any longer. But wait, the job gets easier.
He needs another gun. That's the problem. He needs to be able to find a rifle unless he can clear these angles. WOOT still has knives available. Head has been spotted, but it's just so hard to get a shot on this player, especially now that Cloudburst has come on through. There's still the Cypher of Benji to watch out for as well. Is there just going to be enough time to do this? He's running out of shots in the head, Hunter as well, which means he's thinking of leaving, and that's probably the right call. Just, it's too hard to retake with an op and nothing else to use.
Yeah, look at the economy of BBL. You're going to need that op. And you're going to need some rounds pulled together. This is a 3-round win streak for Heretics, and we expected this double duelist to hit hard, but this is turning into a smack.
Well, WOOT went hunting. He only is fine with that one, playing in the money on the side of Team Heretics. So here it is, hero operator, nothing else. Looking like a very comfortable 8 rounds for Heretics in short moments as we get to the end of this half. And of course, this was a BBL map pick as well, which hurts just that little bit more. We're going to get some money out of Sociable this time around. He wants to peek over towards short. Might see BENJYFİSHY and Tiles.
There's been a lot of mid-presence from Heretics, and BBL are desperate to try and shut that down, but just getting smoked off doesn't help things. Heretics have been so good at isolating BBL, making the duels advantageous, and baited by the recon. Boo with first blood.
Yeah, Boo's positioning there. Catches LEWN out, and a great shot for Sociable will even the numbers slightly again, though. There still isn't enough guns on board.
Dimensional drip will activate the shear, and WOOT could just... Didn't see if he had the updraft. We could always follow up, and now Decloak's right in front of the Sheriffs. Underestimated BBL. Now with just the op and a bunch of Sheriffs, BBL have upgraded and a thrifty potential.
It was Magnum. Magnum's got some disgustingly good shots in there. WOOT now has to consider the angles. Knows where Sociable is. Searching for PROFEK, finds him. Doesn't quite get the connection.
Oh, the fake TP, and WOOT still adjusts, and he's on his way anywhere but B after hearing that up.
30 seconds
Still
left.
winnable, 2 versus 2. Time is of the essence here. You got a long rotation from Boo as well. Door is shut behind WOOT, which means Boo now has to come through from mate. He will arrive in time, but he needs to be careful about peeking this one because Operator is still there.
We give information to WOOT at the very least and see if he can react quickly. He has no mobility, but he has the back end. There's a chamber above, and WOOT gets the last laugh. 4K!
A shorty to finish things out. WOOT so clean in this round. He's able to get the kill over towards Pizza, shuts PROFEK down, understands that with the limited numbers, he can make his way over towards A. And it's a sociable Operator that puts it into the 2 versus 1. He actually starts that kill as well onto BENJYFİSHY. Remember, there wasn't that much money coming in for this round of BBL, but it still hurts considering that they don't end up getting this one despite having the player advantage. MİNİBOO's popping off here as well, cheering on his teammate WOOT, who just gets it done in that 2 versus 1. Understands he's got the range advantage versus the shorty.
Oh wow, we're just right in the middle of the action, and it's a Hunter's Fury from the attack to try and lay down the red carpet, and it puts one down, but Heretics a bit limited by the smoke and no presence in tree to find another angle.
1 HP. Oh my god, literally one. That is painful. BBL feel like they got a little bit cheated out of that one. Kind of wishing that the Owl Drone tag does at least 1 damage. That would be nice, but that's not how the game works.
Oh, thinking Heretics have escaped. Who expects a 1 HP jet to re-peak? Well, the Odin screams true, and BBL know that they have evacuated A, so let's go and help support B. And the teleport, Boo, will be behind this chamber, and Sociable has an op. This is not going to be easy, but he's been disgusting before. It doesn't connect on the shoulder of that Yoru, and turns and burns and just can't handle the pressure, can't handle the heat. Speaking of heat, this Odin is insane.
Sociable had the right read. He knew where the 2 players were. He just couldn't get a single land here. Here we go. Hunter's Fury still got an in-play opportunity now, but Magnum falls. So JAMPPİ needs to be able to deliver. Brings it back to 2 versus 2. JAMPPİ's still low HP though. That's a bit of a problem. Let's see how they work together here. Still paranoia online for Boo. That's the important thing. And Drone may just end up checking into B main. Doesn't quite see LEWN. That's good for LEWN.
Just the spam could be forcing different positions out of Heretics. And RÍENS will be able to what a quick flick! A quick turn! LEWN out, and JAMPPİ did so much this round. And is just gonna keep the op in the hands to put it back to Sociable. And Heretics have just been unstoppable. They'll be collecting now their 5th round in a row.
But 9th in the half. Looking for the 10th as well. What a shot coming through. RÍENS so sharp. Basically did a 180 turn there.
Need a drop.
And for LEWN, 2 and 10, he really needed that kill. That was truly an opportunity for BBL. LEWN gets the kill. Still have JAMPPİ in there supporting. Now retake starts to feel a lot better for the team. But for Sociable as well, needed to get one of those shots off. He knew where the 2 players were, but just drags the crosshair off. He even had the correct entrance on the left side or backside on B. Didn't trust himself though.
Last time these 2 teams met on ASCENT, it was 13-10 for Heretics. But they started on the defensive half, and it was 9-3, and this is looking like a similar scoreline here. Or actually, Heretics could do even better, and with MİNİBOO kicking things off like that, yeah. Now BBL are definitely shaken.
It's been a regrettable half 11 so far, to say the least, but for Sociable, he'll deliver one finally. And now he has a tour de force as well. He'll swap his weapon over, likely give it to JAMPPİ so they can have 2 guns. That helps the weapon situation a little bit more. Benji's still lurking in mid. And if Sociable wants to check mid again, he's got the rendezvous. He's going to play main now. Look at this timing. Sociable might be on for a couple.
Yeah, expecting that Sova util. Sociable can act as bait. We'll be giving another ping, and okay, can't get the first one, but he can get the duckies behind. And Heretics, it's all up to JAMPPİ to choose his angle carefully, and he's really crippled Heretics' approach, and surprises him. Knives out, spike in hand, no support, 1 versus 2. Will just barely get away in the paranoia. He finds safety in the room, but he's getting spammed through 4 HP.
There's no way.
WOOT almost could have clutched it.
I held my breath there for WOOT. That was so close, but just didn't quite have the HP left. But you could start to see how that 1 versus 2 was possible. The paranoia, though, absolutely perfect. Forces him into the back of sight. At that point, BBL know where to look. Question is, are they going to have the aim to take him down, or is WOOT just going to be too quick? And WOOT right now is delivering for the squad. Above and beyond a player that has had some experience as a duelist on this team, but largely it's been on MİNİBOO's shoulders. And now you put the duelist back in the hands, or for this particular map, in both of them, but back in the hands of WOOT. And man, he is popping off and giving so many of these rounds over, including he's clutched before. We've seen that 4K, we've seen that 1v2, we've seen him take down Sociable in A. But a slight recovery here, not a 10-2, a 9-3. And for BBL, it's time to pray that the 9-3 curse is true, working in their favor and against Heretics.
And BBL, this is a familiar sight, being at a 3-9, I guess I had the script, a 3-9 deficit the last time around, different sides in that semifinal. And if this map is going to be winnable for BBL, I feel like it rests on the shoulders of Sociable, because he's been the big playmaker. And we kind of look towards LEWN, who was, what, dropping 20 bombs, 30 bombs in the group stage, and still warming up.
To me, this is not going to come down in the hands of Sociable. LEWN needs to heat up, or this is not going to be a good look for BBL. It's with the young star player for the squad, absolutely lighting up the EWC as potentially one of the top players to watch out for. It's been slow going in map number 1. As in that last round, you can see the double face, expecting LEWN to walk out. They'll just take him down. MAGNUM has been solid quietly, given the number of times that he'll deliver a random kill that really helps the team out in big ways. JAMPPİ in that last run as well, with the double kill on the operator. Swapped over from Sociable, who picks up his tour. Just those small things giving BBL slight advantages to play through, breaking that 5-round streak for Team Heretics, but still for Heretics, the scoreline difference right now at 9-3 basically means that BBL have got to win this pistol.
Absolutely. But we saw the power of a chamber in the hands of, what was it, Fnatic just now, so on offense especially. This can just act like that second duelist, and is definitely fragging like one at least. And wait, through the one-way, we're just walking through that? Maybe try to act like a clone either way. Heretics won't fall for it. Paranoia goes through. BBL is still going to try and profit what they can, and WOOT just dashes past the Thorns. Heretics defense in a 5 versus 2, feeling pretty good about it.
It's a decent scan coming on through. MİNİBOO and BENJYFİSHY will get the last 2, and that is a disaster for BBL. Time to force those stingers. Give us a G2 look. They need to do something. There is no way you're giving 11 over to Team Heretics. Otherwise, start thinking about Haven, because ASCENT's looking over. And Team Heretics look like they're undeniable on this map so far. Sure, Fnatic made this chamber work. I'm not saying the chamber is a problem, by the way. Fnatic definitely did make it work. Difference is they have Althea, BBL. They had the opportunity to maybe have the young Althea, but just not on this map so far for this young Turk of LEWN. Still some opportunities. Would love to see a Thrifty here to even things out. Otherwise, Team Heretics, they're walking away. Big scoreline difference.
Still trying to walk through this one way, but not getting punished this time. That's what caught LEWN at the heel, who's 2-12 right now. Not to call that out, but you missed 11 from group stage, that's for sure. And WOOT, he's got a judge in tree, and now could head to the front door of A. This is pretty much going to be guaranteed a kill if BBL even encounter him.
Back over towards mid. There will be trip. A couple being placed in there, just the cam. And RIENS holding MAGNUM at bay, who's going to regroup with the rest of the team here. So big information time. Cam's going to spot a lot. Cam has been toggled a couple times though, so at this rate you kind of have to know that the cam is there. Drone sees everybody. That's going to call for rotations.
Now smokes are back up. BBL have 38 seconds, and with that opening, as getting pushed from market, Sociable is that playmaker, but where's the rest of BBL to try and do something? It is just a save round, but you would have had to really pull a miracle together to try and touch Heretics in this round.
Last player standing.
Just 11 left to go through, but 2 players up and no opportunities left. BENJYFİSHY will get it done with 3. There's a British on the team, really putting through some big numbers right now for everybody. I mean, this has been a team effort across the board. Even though RÍENS is down there, he's had some pretty nasty frags. And we talk about these young Turkish players performing well. Well, guess what? WOOT and RÍENS are saying, that's us as well. And for Team Heretics, more than likely, we knew the 11 was going to be there. So for BBL now, time for this to be a large string of rounds in a row, or you have to say goodbye to ASCENT.
And then you're going to the Heretics map pick of Haven. Oh man, good luck. And BBL are been now pretty consistently aggressive at A main, and Heretics won't get lucky with a first pick this time. They'll just play further back towards Hell and have Boo watch over tree.
MİNİBOO's huge information over on the B side as well. That's going to allow the rotation to be made from BENJYFİSHY. They'll just leave the trips to cover market. Pizza mid. Heavily stack over towards the A side, of course. It's just Sociable here, and he is going to rendezvous out of the situation. So how does this develop now mid-round? This is going to be now BBL starting to make their way over towards mid. The trip has been broken already. That's going to call for some more rotation. The Sociable has stuck around and delivered himself a kill. Not quite the second, though.
Yeah, because he teleported that back, he gave the illusion of security to Heretics, who thought they had the space to push up and take one with you. Heretics, though, they just lay all the groundwork down. There isn't a big pop-off moment from BBL unless it comes from Sociable, and he's just not in this round. And Heretics, despite coming in with a bunch of saves, a bunch of sheriffs, I think, this is Heretics getting the match point.
Boom. And it's all over. MİNİBOO had the angle to Magnum. 12 has been found. Big celebration for the Heretics. And for BBL, the energy isn't there. The vibes are off right now. And that's to say the least, because more than that is looking off at the moment. A final timeout just to talk things through. And maybe the words that need to be exchanged right now are, guys, it's a BO3. We know we're good. Forget about map 1. Still Haven and Icebox to play through. Remember that you beat Sentinels. Remember that you beat DRX. You know Heretics. This is an EMEA domestic match at this point. And for BBL, they've shown enough internationally that they are good enough to win this game. But they're not proving it right now, because for Heretics, they've been here before and they've been further. They've been so much further before. And based on the looks that we got out of Heretics yesterday, this is Heretics so reinvigorated, looking so damn good. The BBL might not be able to stop them, certainly not on this map just yet.
Yeah, I thought BBL was going to have a better answer, just encountering them on very familiar maps, and it's just Heretics that have not only reached their ceiling yesterday, but have even surpassed it day by day. Heretics have gotten better.
Last player left.
And it's everyone finding their moments, and I was already singing the praises of WOOT from his KO Icebox from yesterday. And he's like out fragging everyone on the team, and this is going to be a tough mountain to climb for BBL.
Not in the map, but in the series. This is just the first base camp, really. The summit's still very far away. Let's see what we can get, though. Time to build some confidence with BBL. If you lose this map, start to get some rounds together. Start to prove that you can take down Heretics. Get the scoreline up a little bit. Not if that happens, though.
Tough with the weapons and stingers. Like, the way that Heretics just play so far back, so their Vandal's just naturally going to have an advantage against the stingers. So the only thing that could be big is Profit with the Guardian going through A, and she's going to try and make a play against WOOT.
Yeah, I mean,
then the Lurch gets shut down at B, so we're just going to go to Haven here pretty soon.
Yeah, this is unfortunately looking a little bit like BBL are just gonna, well, I don't want to say they've given up, but really what else can you do here? You've just been shut down straight away. LEWN on entry gone. PROFEK will at least reply with 1, but it will just be the 1.